All right. Welcome everybody to the first edition of WGL Fight Club. Our video cast for you guys. We're talking about everything FGC related, fighting game community. This episode is breaking the first rule. If you know anything about Fight Club, the first rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club. Throwing that out the window. So today we're going to introduce you guys to us. I'm Deuce. We have Till. We also have Corey, Corey Bliss. And so all three of us, we're part of a club with WeGotLeagues.com. We call it the Fight Club, and we're big, avid fighting game enthusiasts. Pretty much all we do is talk about fighting games, play fighting games, run little mini tournaments. We go to local tournaments in our respective areas across the country. And we've just been getting better. Some of us used to be trash. Some of us have always been somewhat demigod-like. Not quite godlike, but demigod-like. You can see who's laughing. But we've all been just kind of getting together because we all kind of grew up and you've become that best fighting game player amongst your friends, your buddies, your cousins, and it kind of gets boring. You don't really get any better, and then you kind of run out of people to play with. So you're looking for somebody to run games with, and you have that weird gap of, okay, I'm better than a couple of my friends that might play some video games, might play Street Fighter, they might play Mortal Kombat, but they don't really want to play, and I can kind of clean them up. But then as soon as I jump online, I get washed. What happened? So there's a gap there. So we kind of got together to play with each other and to just kind of get better at the game. Whether it be Street Fighter, Blaze Blue, Mortal Kombat X, Guilty Gear, just all fighting games. We just love fighting games all across the line. So anything that we can get our hands on, we all kind of get it together, and we have a little mini lobby. It would be 10 of us, 15 of us. We've had tournaments with 30, 40 people. And it's been good. It's been a good year, 2015. And we've had a good time, and a lot of us have leveled up. Some of us are thinking about some big changes going into 2016.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, we've brought ourselves up from the ground. We know how to block now. we studied the bit rates, and we know how to combo normal into super. We didn't know how to do that before. When you press buttons and
I'm still confused on that
all of a
part.
sudden a special move comes out. We didn't know what that was a year ago, but we figured it out together. Iron sharpens iron type of deal. So again, I'm Deuce. You can call me a leader, but we just all family, man. I may be the big brother of the group, but we're all family, and we just kind of all lean on each other and get better together. So you guys can go ahead and introduce yourself. Go ahead, Till.
I'm Till, Jonathan Tillman, the Till Show on Twitter. The gamer tag is Thelonious Monk on all platforms. I would say that I'm probably the main technician of the chat of the group. I'm the one that taught them the technical terms, how to apply those terms, and I pretty much teach them the fundamentals of fighting games overall. I'm a Street Fighter and a Killer Instinct player. I have Mortal Kombat and Blaze Blue. I think I'm okay at Blaze Blue. I'm not good at Mortal Kombat. But the basic fundamentals of Street Fighter and Killer Instinct and just overall fighting game execution and strategy, I bring that to the table. I'm the one that helped these guys learn the terms and get better through those terms. That's the thing about fighting games. You probably were doing the technical terms that we discussed, but you just don't have a name for them. So it sounds like Greek, but once you put it all together, then you're good to go. So that's who I am to the chat.
Sensei Till, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, he's had the knowledge. He's definitely the master when it comes down to knowing the game, knowing all the technical terms and what they mean, and explaining it. If anybody knows how to explain something that's speaking Japanese, for example, all these Japanese games, it's Till. So we look forward to a lot of sessions with Sensei Till coming up, so you all can get ready for that, and you actually learn something from our shows. It's not a bunch of us talking about fighters, so we'll actually try to be somewhat educational going forward. This is just an introductory show, just to say hi, let you guys know who we are, what we're trying to do, and kind of get the ball rolling. So, Corey, let the folks know who you are, sir.
All right. Corey, to the chat, know me as CB, all the different various names. Corey Bliss on Twitter, Corey Bliss on PSN, Young OG 804 on Xbox Live. I pretty much come to the table. I'm the guy that keeps the jokes going, keep the laughs going. If anything, I came to the chat kind of green on anything. I learned a lot from these guys, and I think I just was one of those guys that was naturally okay at everything. But with the help of everyone, I just put it all together and became pretty. I probably sound one of the most well-rounded fighters in the chat across all the games. There's not one I can't pick up and play at least a basic, comprehensive level. But that's pretty much what I bring. And I taunt, and I just look for the taunts.
Yeah, taunting is very important.
Taunting is very important.
Even if you lose, it's okay as long as you taunt it.
Humiliation is a moral victory. Yes.
Yep. If you pick up Sean in third strike, you got to shoot the basketball. You got to shoot the J.
Yes.
JR Sweezy. All right. So, and I didn't give mine. I'm Ninja Deuce. So Ninja Deuce, DUCE. That's my gamer tag for PSN and for Xbox Live. So if anybody want to add me there, and also Ninja Deuce on Twitter. So, so there's that. All right. So we got that. You know who we are. We have a chat. We kind of hang out on GroupMe. We're on Twitter and things of that nature. And we have a group of up to between 15 and 30 people at any given time that we all work together with and just get better. So it's the first of the year pretty much. It's early in the month. It's January. Happy New Year to folks. I don't know you, but I'm still going to say Happy New Year because I'm somewhat of a nice guy. Not as nice as some of our nice guys in the chat, which you'll meet them in later shows. Nice guy, bro. Shout out to you. So we're going to talk about what we were happy about last year. We spent a lot of time last year becoming a family, a bunch of random ragamuffins coming together, trying to figure out how to fight. And we become a family, so over a lot of fighters. So I'll start it off. As far as last year, 2015, I got two. I'm a big Mortal Kombat stan, so y'all can get ready for that. Just leave me alone. Don't even worry about it.
Fuck
Call me a stan, whatever you want. Yeah, well, we're going to talk about Combat Pack 2 later. Anyway, but yeah, I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. So MKX already was like, oh yeah, top tier, best game of the year. Oh my God, I'm so happy. But funny enough, I never played some of these Japanese games that came out, like Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue. Picked up Blaze Blue when it came to Xbox One last year, Chrono Phantasm Extend. Love that game. Fantastic game. Get that game. I was almost scared away from it because everybody said it was so complicated. It's not that complicated. It's actually pretty easy to pick up and play, and it's actually a real fun game. I started getting a little good at Mortal Kombat X, and I started getting frustrated. It's funny when you don't know how to play something, and it's fun because you just button mash, but then when you start learning, you start thinking too much, and then you get frustrated. So I picked up Blaze Blue to kind of break up the pace because I'm trash at Street Fighter. And then I hit a wall with Mortal Kombat X, couldn't progress, kind of plateaued there for a second. And so I picked up Blaze Blue just to kind of throw a curveball in it, and I got kind of decent at it. It's pretty fun. So that's my two from last year for me personally. Till?
From last year, I guess you can call Ultra Street Fighter 4 a game I picked up. I got good at last year. I know Ultra dropped in 2014, but it wasn't until 2015 where I kind of turned a corner on it in terms of just execution, like the focus attack mechanic that's a part of Street Fighter 4. It started to make sense last year. Also last year, I would say I just acquired an Xbox One not too long ago, so I didn't have Killer Instinct. And when I first got my hands on it, I kind of naturally understood some of the things in the game. It took me a while to get the combo system down, and as far as learning when to break combos, but the basic fundamentals of the fighting game, I gravitated to that as well. So those are my two: Killer Instinct and Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Corey?
I guess to piggyback off the Ultra Street Fighter 4, I want to say that one was mine as well, my first one. Street Fighter, favorite fighter, and it was something I always just spam Hados, spam Dragon Punches, spam Tatsus, and that's all I know. Came across a group of individuals, taught me a little something, something, helped me evolve it, and I discovered all this extra stuff via YouTube and was like, man, I didn't know it was a science to it, and it really just gravitated me, and I was glad to find it. And also, like Deuce said, Blaze Blue. It was one of the games. I think it's the first game that brought everybody in the chat together. You got a couple of us don't like Street Fighter, got a couple of us don't like Killer Instinct, a couple don't like MKX, but it's not one person that did not touch Blaze Blue that did not have fun with the game. And I think at one point we had like 10 people in one lobby, just having fun, just running through it. And I think that was my best. That was my two right there.
All right. So yeah, we had some good times over 2015. We've learned, we've grown together. But now it's the new year, new me. You know, uh, we got leagues. We're expanding. We've always been a website and a community for sports gamers. So
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. Yes, I can hear Deuce. It looked like he died. You froze and then it went to your profile picture.
Yeah.
It looked like you died.
R.I.P. Deuce.
It looked like a sick ass trailer where like you got kidnapped and we was at
You gotta use commercial break.
Yeah, commercial break. I don't know if we were live at all, so apologize viewers for that.
We're absolutely live.
Were y'all at least talking while I was gone, or did y'all just sit there and say, "What happened to Deuce?"
We tried to hold it together. Yeah, we tried to hold it together. We want to say that, technical difficulties. We just kind of kept it quiet.
Okay, cool. Didn't know what happened. Okay, but I'm back now. So, yeah, I don't know what happened. So I don't know what y'all talked about while I was gone. I was just saying, go to WeGotLeagues.com. Check it out. We have a lot of leagues. We have tournaments. We have sports games. We have shooters. It's one of the best communities on the internet right now. So WeGotLeagues.com, all one word. So check us out. All right. So going into 2000. Big gas. It's a fighting game here, right? So, okay, top tier, best game of the year, fighting of the year. You heard it first here. Naruto Ninja Storm 4. Boom. Seriously, I'm excited about Ninja Storm. I really am. Naruto is. I'm a big fan of the anime. We're a bunch of nerds, and I really do like Naruto. Yes, it's not a typical 2D fighter where you're fighting, but it is really funny for one of those types of games that uses that typical type of DBZ type of fighting scheme. It's really good, but I promise it's not going to be like J-Stars.
J-Stars.
Yeah, it's a little shot at J Stars. It's an inside joke. I apologize, but yeah, no, J Stars is a terrible game. Never play that. It's a waste of time. Um, but Naruto looks to be really good. I'm excited about it. We get to see a lot of the anime that he hasn't even completed yet because the anime is so behind the manga. The story is finally over, so it's kind of like you get to see stuff in animation and actually in motion that hasn't even been seen before. I mean, we get Itachi and we get Sasuke's Susanoo together on the same screen. I mean, I'm sorry.
Finally, finally.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
if you're skeptical, go check out the demo. There's a demo available on both PS4 and Xbox One. If you're new to Naruto, or if you're skeptical about picking up the game, don't want to trust our word, go play the demo. I guarantee you, like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check this out once it comes out.
Hmm.
but no, let's stop the Naruto talk, I guess. I can talk about Naruto for about 20, 30 minutes if you want me to.
You can go 23
Um,
days.
but this is not an anime show. We will be playing Naruto Ninja Storm 4, so if you all want to play, we will have a tournament, so just talk to me. Again, Ninja Deuce on Twitter, talk to me. We can have a Ninja Storm tournament, talk to me. But the big game, obviously, is Street Fighter 5. I'm pretty sure I can
Yes,
speak for everybody, and we're going to say Street Fighter 5 is the big game to look forward to this year.
yes,
I mean, we got some other stuff coming out. There's a new Blaze Blue coming out. Tekken 7's probably coming.
maybe.
But yeah, maybe if we ever get it in America outside of the few arcade boxes we have in Dave and Buster's and stuff. I think Japan's just holding it back from us because we told them years ago that we don't like Tekken. But yeah, if Tekken 7 come out, that's going to be huge. Probably the only thing as far as a new game that's coming out this year that would rival Street Fighter 5. But I think that just blows everything out the water.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Street Fighter 5. I think we're pretty much all on the same page that we're all super excited for Street Fighter 5. And I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan, but even I'm excited for Street Fighter 5. I'm as far as Street Fighter, I haven't really played a Street Fighter game seriously since Street Fighter 2. Ultra Super Hyper Arcade Smack Your Mama edition. Yeah, Street Fighter 2. I'm showing my age a little bit, but yeah, that was the last time I really played Street Fighter, and I really was like, ooh, yeah, this is my fighting game. I'm good at fighting games. I play Street Fighter. Yeah, way back to Street Fighter 2. So yeah, Third Strike, it missed me. Couldn't get the whole parry system
Yeah.
down for everybody. Even when Street Fighter 4 came out and this whole FADC thing, whew, right over my head. Still, and we've been training at it hard over the last couple months. Can't get an FADC out of me for nothing. But I'm excited about Street Fighter 5. The beta has come out. All of us have spent easily 100 hours a piece or more
Yeah.
on the beta, and we've gotten some good impressions on it. Tell me about how you feel about Street Fighter 5 so far.
I think Street Fighter 5 caters to people who are trying to get into fighting games and cross that threshold from button mashing to actually knowing what they're doing. I mean, for example, we'll go over terms later and in more shows, but they put on the screen if an attack crosses you up, I mean if it hits on the other side of your character. So, and other games didn't do that. You just kind of had to figure out, oh, well, you need to block in the other direction. So I think it's catering. It's easier to get into. It's probably still, once it comes out and it gets to high level, it's probably still harder to beat other people in because you have to learn people and you have to make good decisions and there is less safety in your bad decisions in this game. There's no long combos. I mean, if you do long combos, good for you, but the damage doesn't change. So it doesn't. You don't have to have high execution to be good at it. You just have to be good at learning your opponent and learning situations and learning your characters, which is the basics of fighting games.
Sensei Till, of course, with that type of explanation. It can't just be top tier. It can't just be hype. I mean, Ryu has a beard, bro.
No, I'm hyped personally.
And he's all old now. I mean, Bison looks boss. I mean,
Bison does look boss. He does look boss.
He walks slow. I mean, the graphics look great. And here go Till. First first thing he's excited about is that, oh, I get to learn someone. I'm going to download.
I love you. Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. My first impressions are I get to bop people. That's exactly right.
Oh man, Corey, how you feeling about Street Fighter Five so
Oh
far?
man, this is the first Street Fighter I would have said. I grew up. Street Fighter 2 was the first fighter I ever played, and started with Ryu. Only played Ryu for the most part through all of them. The next one I played was Alpha 3. I completely missed the third strike, second impact, all that wave. I kind of dived in 4 a little bit here and there, then pick up Ultra again. So last year when it re-released on PS4, so I'm excited now that my knowledge has grown, and I think I became a much better player overall. That I can grow with 5. I'm gonna be here at the beginning, and I'm gonna ride it out until if we get a Street Fighter 6 or whatever comes afterwards. So, and I think I finally found a character that fits me. Every other game I got a character that fits me besides Street Fighter, and I love what they did with Charlie Nash. They brought him back from the dead, completely revamped him, and I think he fits me. So man, I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen with this game.
Yeah, I heard you're a big Infiltration fan.
Ah,
You seem to watch his streams a
69,
lot. Yeah, there you
69.
go. Shout out to Infiltration. He'll never see this though, but he might. He
Oh, you
might.
don't see it. Come
So
on,
that's gonna be. I know you're gonna call him out, and we gonna. I
yes,
think we're going to Evo.
Check
yes.
off this.
So maybe we can maybe see Infiltration a little bit down the line, and some of these other big names, and be no names, and make ourselves some names, maybe possibly.
Yep.
But
Yes.
yeah. So okay. So Street Fighter Five. Oh, for me, I didn't say it. I can play it. I've I was a typical, like Corey said earlier, I'm typical Street Fighter. I'm gonna throw Hados. I'm throwing the Hadoukens, fireballs, and as soon as you jump, I'm gonna try to do nothing but special moves. I did not know how to press punch or low forward or with all that other terminology. I'm just pressing medium kick, and Till over there is like, no, it's low forward. It sounds like somebody, sounds like a Starbucks barista when I say medium kick, and he's like, no, it's low forward into super, and I'm like, I just want to do the better move that does a lot of damage too. Just help me out. So I do that. He's like, oh, well, you just go into practice and you set up the dummy, and I'm like, I don't even know what that means. But he's taught me a lot this year, and I can actually play Street Fighter 5 pretty good. I think I think I have a winning record. I think I'm maybe 65-70% of my wins on the beta. Doesn't mean anything because it's the beta, but I mean, because the beta changed every single time. But it felt good to win. It felt good to kind of press buttons and actually did what I wanted it to do on the screen in a Street Fighter game. I still struggle to do that on Ultra, and Street Fighter 5 is a lot easier. I'm really good at reading people because that's why I'm okay at other fighting games. And like Till was saying earlier, they took away all those option selects, those hacking codes. They put all these top players putting in the Konami code, and they can just do what they want and get away with it. And it's all about who hacks better than the other person hacking because they can do 16 moves in the same time, and the computer's going to recognize the best move for the best situation and all that stuff. That's all out of Street Fighter 5, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's cool. You can actually press punch, and it's going to punch. And if they block it, they block it. Pretty simple.
Till said they took it back to the basics.
Yep.
You don't know anything about fighting games. It's like they really want to make Street Fighter 5 available for the highest level player to the guy that's just like, I know when I have kids, he gonna throw a hotto the second he can dribble a basketball. So, no matter what age, no matter what, you can start and get taken care of. You can get in, you can do whatever, and you will have fun doing it. They brought fun back to Street Fighter, which I think that's one thing we love Blaze Blue for. It was a fun game for us. We enjoyed the game, and I think we all got the same sense. Those of us that got into the beta got to play it a couple of times and saw it evolve about the different changes. We still have fun no matter what.
All right. So, what y'all think about this DLC? About the DLC characters for Street Fighter 5?
Well, I feel like even though they're free, right? They say they're gonna be free, right? As they release them.
It's one of those kind of microtransactions, free to play. You earn coins, fight money.
Right.
So apparently you earn fight money, and then you get enough fight money from playing online, playing through the arcade mode, playing chat, combo challenge, everything you do in the game, you earn fight money. And they
Right.
still haven't quite announced how much fight money each character is going to go for,
Right.
or how quickly. Because during the beta, the amount of fight money that you earned for each fight kind of went up and down. They were playing with it during the beta, so it's still not solid at how quickly you'll get fight money and how much fight money you'll need to actually earn to unlock a fighter. So I'm really interested in that because they're charging. They have the money. They announced that, and it's typically what was it? I believe it was about
$5 a
five.
character.
About $5.
What, 30
Yeah.
bucks for the 6-pack?
30 for the whole thing. Yeah.
It was $30 for the whole thing, and it was $5 per character. So if you didn't spend it, you just bought the game, $60. Well, $59.99 is about $5 per character, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
about $4.99.
Yeah. So typically it's about $5 per character to open your real money out of your pocket, out of your Bank of America account or whatever you at. Or you can use the in-game fight money. They haven't announced how that's going to work. So I'm interested in that because I'm not probably going to buy all of those characters.
Right.
Because I'm not that big in the Street Fighter. Plus you guys have it, and if I want to see those characters, I'll just watch you play it. I'm excited about Ibuki though, because that's my girl. So I'll probably get her, but I want to see if I can actually earn enough fight money for that. Which DLC character for Street Fighter V are you all looking forward to the most?
Go ahead, Corey.
I think even though none of these have been announced, the ones I'm looking forward to, I'm really looking forward to see if they're gonna bring Akuma after I see what they did in second form, which we'll discuss that later. I'm also interested to see if they're gonna bring Dudley or like Yang Guy, the characters I really like to play. But I'm really hyped to see what they're gonna do to Ibuki. Ibuki is such a dope character, from the air kunai to the slide and net breaker. Everything she does I think is pretty cool. And she was kind of tough to learn in Street Fighter 4. So with 5 being an easier game, I'm interested to see what they're going to do with that. I'm not going to be interested in playing all the characters, but I am going to purchase them all, just so I can learn matchups, see what they can do, and I can be prepared for whatever happens to come across my screen when I suit up and put on that fight scene.
Yeah. I'm honestly, I think I'm excited to see what they do with Urian. I'm The Third Strike was the game where I truly learned about fighting games. Like I was able to do combos in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom and games like that. But I didn't understand the terms that I understand now until I played Third Strike and watched a couple of videos on that. So Urian is a really tough character to play in Third Strike. He's a charge character. He has a high learning curve. And like Corey said with the Boogie, with the Street Fighter V obviously being about simpler execution and in terms of just character learning, Urian should be an interesting build of a character, almost to the point where I might play him as I learn and get better with the game. I'm going to always be a Ryu main, but you got to branch out and play multiple characters just so, if anything, you can know what those characters do when you play your main and you run across people online or in tournaments or in casuals or what have you. So I'm definitely excited with how they design Urian and how his character plays, especially with the V trigger and V skill mechanic in the game. I want to see what they do with it. And that's been the most interesting thing to me, just kind of how they do what's the V skill, how it activates, what it does, and what the V trigger does when it's activated. I like all that. I like that dynamic of the game the most.
No, I definitely love the V system that they put in place. I think that's kind of why Third Strike and Ultra or the Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 4 really kind of went over my head because everybody had the common system, and obviously it's not going to work the best across the board. Some in Street Fighter 3, parry was more advantageous to some characters than it was for others, and because they were just quicker, so they can parry and then just kill you. And same thing with the FADC. With the focus attacks for Street Fighter 4, some characters benefited from it more than others. With the V trigger system and the V skills, it seems like it's more unique for each character, and I really appreciate that because then, like Till said before, you have to really know your character, know your opponent's character. But other than that, it's no real system to get around and no real crazy cheating tech. It's not cheating. It's really skillful, but you don't have to worry about certain things like that. That's almost unbeatable. You just got to read your opponent, and reads. It seemed like good reads will beat out the other opponent in Street Fighter Five. So looks good to me. All right, so in the same talk of DLC, let's talk about the best DLC that's coming out this year. Boruto and Sarada on Ninja Storm 4 is going to be the best DLC. If you pre-order the game, you get Boruto and Sarada for Naruto. So, no, seriously, Combat Pack 2, Mortal Kombat X.
Man, can I lead
So,
off? Can I lead off?
Don't
so
curse.
yeah, we can't curse, and
Oh,
no threats to any CEOs.
If he knows if you're leaving to see your face now.
Exactly.
man.
So yeah, we have the combat pack. For those who don't know, on Mortal Kombat X, they have 4 characters coming out sometime this year. They haven't quite announced the exact date. They haven't announced if they're going to bring them out at the same time or if it's going to roll it out month by month like they did last year. But we're going to get Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre film franchise.
Yeah.
Alien, a xenomorph, excuse me, from the Alien from the Alien movie franchise. So 2 guest characters. We're getting 4 characters, and then we're getting Triborg, which is a cyborg unit, which kind of blends in Cyrax and Sector, and we think it's Smoke from the trailer that they showed, but I'm not 100% sure for sure. And I just don't know. And then they give us Bo Rachao, the joke character, the Danny Buki of the Mortal Kombat franchise. I'm a stan. I love Mortal Kombat. Not happy. I'm not happy. They gave us 8 DLC, and of the 8, they gave us 4 guest characters instead of. I mean, they gave us 8. So Combat Pack 1 had 8. I had 4, and Combat Pack 2 is giving us another 4. So that's 8, and they gave half of that is guest characters that mean nothing to the franchise.
Yeah.
Franchise with such a deep lore and so many characters. I just don't understand that move. It's a money move. It's microtransactions. I get that. It's a business thing. People like their movies and it pulls them in. And I know Mortal Kombat's more of a casual fighter and people can get it, but man, it hurts. It hurts. Corey, you have some strong feelings. Go ahead.
Yeah,
you don't.
man.
Go ahead
I
and talk
love
about it.
I love Mortal Kombat, man. That was the first game that brought me to the chat on WGL on Twitter. They was holding a tournament. I was like, yeah, let me join and see how it is, and then I discovered a great group of folks. And then we grew with the game. You know, we played, and we enjoyed watching high level competition. And like Deuce, I'm a fan of the ninjas. I play Ermac, I play Scorpion, I play Sub-Zero. Don't like Reptile, but I'll play him because he's a ninja. And everybody know the one character I was highly excited to see was Rain. Even got him as an invasion boss. He had a real cool moveset, played against him in the story mode. Combat Pack 2 hits. And who we got? Leatherface.
Oh, right, child.
Leatherface.
I understand Alien because they gave us Predator, so Alien versus Predator, and we know NetherRealm couldn't resist that. I'm surprised they didn't just go ahead and bring Freddy back from Mortal Kombat 9.
That's
Might
probably
as well Freddy versus Jason. Might as well bring him back too.
Yeah, it's probably
Why not? Yeah, that's gonna be the Combat Pack 3 probably.
But I can't say no matter what, I'm still excited to see high level play at MKX. I'm not there, but it's still a beautiful game to watch, especially watching all the guys play. Sonic Fox, DJT, MIT, all those guys play high level characters. I'm interested to see what they can do because at one point Tanya was a DLC character and she was like best in the game at one point. So I'm excited to see how they're going to play in the tournament fold.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't gotten good at Mortal Kombat X. I haven't spent enough time with it yet, to be honest. But I do watch it. I do watch high level play. I do watch tournament play. I do watch ESL when it's on. And it, like you said, it's a money move, man. The reason why they're releasing these characters in this way, and the reason why there are these guest characters, is because Warner Brothers understands the money in them. Like even if they're not popular, even if they don't win tournaments. The fact that you can say you have Predator in your video game, and in a pretty video game at that. Like, the game is visually pretty, the animations are done very, very well, and if you see the Predator doing things in Mortal Kombat that other characters do, is great aesthetically, but it's just a money move, man. I'm only hyped for the Triborg. I think that I can speak for everybody in this hangout. I think the Triborg was the most hype of the trailer.
Yes.
Definitely.
So I'm definitely hyped for that. It was just interesting to see what they did with the characters. Like Leatherface, I mean, that's cool. Like, he was scary in the movie. Don't get me wrong, but he didn't look imposing to me in the trailer. Like, I think the only character that looked genuinely scary in terms of, like, if you're gonna play it and be serious about the game, is the Triborg. And even the Triborg has a whack point in the fact that the name is Triborg. Like, it should be a better name, and we should call him Triborg as like a nickname, or like if we can't pronounce it right, or it's too long to say every time, like stuff like that. Like, stuff like that matters. Like, I think you should have.
Feel like that's what they did. It's almost like they didn't have a name set, but they showed us a quick glimpse of it a couple weeks ago, and then everybody just started calling it the Triborg. And I think they just said, "Oh, well, they're already calling it Triborg. Why not complicate things? It's Triborg."
Right.
I'm probably wrong. Triborg from the beginning, but it's just how it feels. it's Cyrex, Sector, and say it's Smoke. Cyrex, Sector, Smoke, and Triborg.
Right.
Even if they call it some sort of combination unit, 1, 2, 3.
Well, I thought the official name was Triborg, according to the trailer.
Yeah, it is now. It is. Yeah, but I'm saying before they gave us the name, when they just showed the picture of it, we didn't have a name yet, and we just
called
all
it
started
Triborg.
calling it Triborg, and it came
And that
back
was
to
it.
life. Yeah. So yeah, that happened. But that's Mortal Kombat X, and it is what it is. But talking about Mortal Kombat X, let's talk about this guy Sonic Fox that you just brought up. He's good. He's a young kid, and he's really good. We don't really necessarily want to talk about him, but esports has gotten pretty big. I mean, it's been a lot of money being made by these guys playing fighting games over this past couple of years. And it's looking like it's going to be another big year going forward. We got a lot of tournaments coming up, and like I said earlier, a couple of us are looking to go to different tournaments that we can get to this year. We'll definitely give you guys feedback and see if we can try to maybe even air live from the show if we can. Bring all the hype to you guys. But yeah, got first one coming up next week. Well, not next week, but tomorrow. It's already Thursday. Week went quick. KIT, Kumite in Tennessee. That's coming up tomorrow. A really big tournament. What you guys think about KIT coming up?
Great, Corey. I was going to say that it's going to be interesting to see games like, now that technically Street Fighter 4 is over in terms of Capcom's dealings with it, like in terms of them putting money in towards tournaments. It's going to be interesting to see games like Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat now have this brief moment, even though it's very brief, but it's a moment it's a moment where Street Fighter isn't the main thing, and so you get to see, if you're a lover of fighting game tournaments, you'll see, and you may not have been paying attention to Mortal Kombat or Killer Instinct since Street Fighter was going on. You'll get to see these players, and you get to see this high level play of Killer Instinct in Mortal Kombat X, which is just as fascinating as Street Fighter. Now, I know Street Fighter gets all the love because more people play it, but all the mind games are in every other fighting game, and Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat X get to show that off without having to worry about the main game, basically the main event, which is Street Fighter 4. So I'm excited to see how many people come out, how many people show out at this tournament.
As we transition to a lot of the new games this year, Tekken 7, hopefully, Street Fighter 5 next month, King of Fighters 14, which is actually going to be this year as well, which is something I'm personally looking forward to. These are the last few tournaments that we're going to have the older games that's going to get phased out. Ultra, I'm sure Ultra will be side tournaments. I'm pretty sure the MKS tier list may change with new moves and stuff coming out. King of Fighters 13 is still a side tournament that's really popular. Even Killer Instinct, they're about to release their season 3, so that's gonna be a major overhaul. I'm interested to see how many people are still focused and really who's going to take off and who's going to come back at a later time. So to guys that's really looking to get their name out, these early tournaments look like they could be really good for some new faces this year to really show out and be like, yo, I'm here. You know, I'm putting my name out there, and I can play too along with the big boys.
Looking good. So, yeah. So KIT is looking good. That's starting tomorrow. Obviously, we're going to be watching. So our next show, let's talk about that. Next week, KIT's this weekend. We're going to watch that. We're going to get hype about it. We're going to see who wins all the big money and all these different tournaments. They got MKX, they got Street Fighter 4 Ultra, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's still holding on. They keep saying it's going to die.
Yes,
Tekken 7. They running that on the arcade machines because Japan doesn't love us enough to give us the console version yet. They still running Guilty Gear. What else? Smash. They're always gonna run Smash. Smash Brothers Melee. Smash Brothers 4 on the. I think they're running that on the Wii U, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Smash Bros. On Wii U.
And obviously Killer Instinct, which we got a ace in the pocket on Killer Instinct that you all will meet at a later date. But yeah, I say we'll see you guys next week. I want to thank everybody for watching and coming and checking us out for our first show. It's the Fight Club. We talked about it. First rule is broken. Going forward, we're going to go through all the rules of the Fight Club, and some rules will be broken, some rules will be learned, some rules will be followed, and we'll see how that goes. Anything else you want to talk about real quick before we get off?
Learn to block.
I don't know what blocking is. Is there a button? I like Mortal Kombat. I like Mortal Kombat because they have a button. Is there a button for blocking?
If anybody out there got any questions, feel free to hit any of us up. I'm at Corey Bliss. That's at Ninja Deuce. Got at the Till Show on Twitter. We'll be happy to answer questions. We're always running lobbies to help each other get better. So if you want to join and test your skills and stuff like that, hey, feel free, man. We're always welcoming newcomers. New challengers always welcome.
All right, guys. Well, again, I'm Ninja Deuce. Appreciate you guys watching the show. WeGotLeagues.com. Check that out. Join our website. Check out our other leagues, and look forward to big things coming from the Fight Club. Thank you, and have a good one.